Hello.
Hello, welcome. This is our fourth take of this
I know,
video,
it is.
but we're really happy to be here. It's been a couple months since we
I'm
have
a
been
little less
together.
happier than I was the first time we recorded it. I just want to point that out. So.
You've missed us, haven't we?
Uh,
Haven't you? Anyway, today we are coming out swinging with a great topic that we didn't really realize, or I didn't really realize was so controversial until after I became a parent and started talking with other people and reading both sides of the coin and hearing what other people thought. You
well, it was
did know about it
controversial
because
in my
of
world,
how you grew up.
but it was only controversial if you didn't do it. Like that, if you didn't spank. We're talking about spanking, by the way. And so when you didn't spank, then it was controversial. And so when we made a choice not to spank our kids, for
And-
me,
and
anyway,
we
it was
did
a big
this-
deal.
And we did this before really you would spank, you know? I mean, before Elias was our 5-year-old
Well-
was even born. I think why we chose to do that was because if our we just felt like if we were spanking, it was an outpouring of how we were feeling. It was a reaction. It was reactionary. It wasn't methodical. It wasn't helpful. That it wasn't the best way we could teach our child. That there was nothing
Well,
teachable in us spanking.
And it limited our, like, if spanking was an option, it did not push us to be creative in how we engage our kids through teaching and discipline.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of boxed us in my opinion. And in some ways, like, having grown up in a culture where spanking was the thing, like it was how people, interacted with their kids on a disciplinary level, and so it was a big deal when we decided not to do it, and I think there was a lot of fear involved because I think I was like, are we gonna mess up our kids because we don't spank,
So you mean fear for yourself?
Yeah, fear
by
for
not
myself,
doing
yeah.
it.
But we, but no, but
But it's
ultimately,
been great.
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
been
and certainly we're still early in our parenting journey with our kids just being almost 5 and 2. But really, it's been great to say to our kids, "Mommy doesn't spank you. Mommy doesn't hit. You don't hit. That's not how we react when we're upset. That's not what we do in this household."
And at
so,
the end of the day, I just don't think it's the best form of discipline. I just don't think it's ever good to use the act of hitting your child as a way to teach them something you either want them to do or you don't want them to do. And that's just, I mean, that's just my opinion, of course, and I know that lots of people have very passionate opinions about spanking. I've met way too many people who are really, really, really love spanking. And so I've never seen Elias fear me
in that sort of way.
in that
I mean,
sort
certainly
of way. Like, I mean,
Elias will say, "Oh, don't! I made a bad choice. Don't tell Daddy,"
Yeah,
or something
sure.
like that. I mean, that's a normal, I think,
But-
reaction to a parent, but not fear in the same type of way as I think that if we would choose
Right.
spanking as a punishment.
Well, I just know that there were times when I was a kid, I didn't want to go to them because I knew what was coming.
right.
And I don't want to create that kind of dynamic in my parenting relationship with my son and my daughter. I want them to have that space where they can always
Right.
come to us and not fear us. I know that I've seen, Elias, and now that he's 4, he's gone through a couple times where he's not told the truth. And I know that I've been being able to say, Elias, you can trust Daddy. You can trust me, and you can tell the truth. And ultimately him being able to tell that truth and know that, and to see that there's not going to be some sort of repercussion that was going to hurt.
Right. And I don't even know
Physically
that
hurt.
he would even. It's not even like his mind could go there. That there could be a repercussion.
Yeah.
Like
He doesn't,
he's
yeah.
not aware of that right now. So anyway, we're curious what your thinking is. If you're a parent, if you're a grandparent, if you're not a parent, and you were spanked as a child or you weren't spanked as a child, what your philosophy is, what you think about this topic. We want to hear from you. please be kind and civil in the comments. But we hope that this will bring about a good discussion, because that's what we love about Deeper Family and the Deeper Story channel, is that there's always good discussion.
And there's good opinions too. I mean, there's like people
so,
have passionate opinions, and I think that's one of the reasons why we wanted to talk about this, because we're passionate about it. And so
we're excited to hear from you. Thank you so much.
all right,
We'll
thank
see you
you.
soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.